Zimbabwean businesses have started preparing for Africa's premier trade and investment event, the Intra-Africa Trade Fair 2025, scheduled for September in Algeria. More in the following report.
The fourth Intra-Africa Trade Fair is heading to North Africa, and Zimbabwe is already gearing up. Zimtrade today kicked off its Inter-Africa Trade Fair 2025 mobilization campaign with a business breakfast in Bulawayo, drawing participation from government officials, private sector players, and representatives of African trade organizations. Speaking at the launch of the roadshow, Zimtrade CEO and Intra-Africa Trade Fair Ambassador Alan Majuru highlighted the growing demand for Zimbabwean products across the continent.
It is also generating new exporters in various aspects. Remember, our goal is to increase exports, but we also need to increase the product base, and also we need to increase the number of people who are participating in exports. So these programs are specifically aimed at doing that. But we also provide market intelligence. We've done market scans in Equatorial Guinea, in Singapore, even in Mozambique, and we've done the same in Nigeria, Ghana, and even Senegal, to give people information in terms of what is there.
Set to run under the African Continental Free Trade Area framework, the Intra-Africa Trade Fair 2025 is expected to attract over 2,000 exhibitors from 75 countries. Zimbabwe has made a strong showing at previous editions, securing trade deals worth over 20 million United States dollars, and expectations are even higher this year. But the fair isn't just about exhibitions. It's a platform for business matchmaking, investment opportunities, joint ventures, and long-term partnerships aimed at boosting trade across the continent.
Statistics may help you realize that we do have a problem. Over 30% of the global natural resources are in Africa. Yet Africa only contributes 2 to 3% of global trade. More than 80% of the exports from Africa are raw. We're exporting our exports as raw. Intra-African trade is less than 15%.
Algeria will host this year's editions, and its ambassador to Zimbabwe was on hand to drum up support and extend an invitation to Zimbabwean companies.
We have a huge potential between the two countries, and I am only, let's say, 1.5 years here. But I see that in question of when it comes to mentality, we are very close. Algerian people and Zimbabwean people in mentality are very close. So this will help us to do business together, and I hope that the participants of the economical operators from Zimbabwe will be very big.
As the countdown to IATF 2025 gathers pace, local businesses are being encouraged to plan early and seize the vast opportunities the continental platform presents. For ZTN Prime, I'm Andile Chuma in Bulawayo.
Zimbabwe's industrial sector is positioning itself not only for growth within Africa, but is also setting its sights on global markets. This was revealed by the Confederation of Zimbabwe Industries during a Zimtrade meeting in Bulawayo to launch the roadshow for the 4th Inter-Africa Trade Fair scheduled for Algeria in September. CZI Southern Region President Stephen Ncube said local companies are gearing up to leverage the Algerian Trade Fair as a launchpad targeting both intra-Africa trade and new export opportunities beyond the continent.
Zimbabwe is yet to commence preferential trading under the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, as it has not fulfilled certain prerequisites required for a state party to do so. A key outstanding requirement is the official gazetting of the country's market access offer. Therefore, the IATF will present opportunities for private sector to prepare industry for trade under the African Continental Free Trade Area. This is particularly important given that the manufacturing sector is still operating below its full potential. The 2024 CZI Manufacturing Sector Survey revealed that capacity utilization declined by 0.9% points to 52.3%. This slight drop indicates a growing proportion of idle equipment.
Ncube said while the IATF is a key platform for African integration, Zim Industries are also preparing to tackle opportunities in the global north, seeing growing interest in Zimbabwean goods from Europe and North America, especially in value-added products. The Zimbabwe International Trade Fair echoed this sentiment, stressing that trade shows like IATF are not only about immediate deals, but about positioning Zimbabwe on the global supply chain map.
The contributions have really enriched our understanding of the opportunities at our fingertips. Sometimes we think that these things are too far, but yet, the information that has been shared with us really helps us to appreciate that we can be counted amongst the progressive nations in the continent.